Hey man, did you really think that AutoTune was just about pitch correction? Let me show you the secret life of AutoTune. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Wavy Wayne from WavyWayne.com. And if you don't know yet, this channel is all about helping you to record and mix better and faster. Today, I got something special up my sleeve, man, because I'm about to show y'all the secret life of AutoTune Unlimited. And they call it Unlimited because you really are unlimited. Not only do you get AutoTune's Antares' great pitch correction plugins, but you also get some really dope other plugins to help you in your music production. Let's jump into my session and see how I have used some of these really amazing plugins. So y'all keep asking me on the side note about a Moneyman template. So I'm using a lot of my Antares AutoTune Unlimited plugins inside this Moneyman template. I like to use like collections of plugins. So I love what Antares is doing by not only giving us the pitch correction, but we got compression plugins, we have DeEsser plugins, doublers, and other effects, chorus effects that we can use. And so by having all of our plugins from one or two manufacturers, especially inside of my templates, it's just going to streamline the creative process for us all and make it a whole lot easier. So we don't got to go to 100 different websites looking for plugins, man. So let's just start off by listening to this, man. This is that Moneyman template that I've been working on. And yes, it is using a bunch of those Antares Unlimited plugins. Let's hear what we got. Ooh, you would have thought I was a young money man. Oh man. So let's go over to the mix window real quick and break down what I have going on in this template. And again, this template will be available for you to download by going right into the description below, wavywayne.com, and you can jump right on this. I also have an affiliate link so that you can sign up for AutoTune Unlimited and get these powerful plugins, man. It won't cost you anything extra, but it'll help out the channel. All right, so let me break down what I'm doing on my lead vocal track here. So here's my lead vocal, man. I start off by just doing my typical filtering where I'm getting rid of unnecessary low-end frequencies and cleaning up the highs a little bit too, man. That's just using a stock plugin, man. But where some of this magic comes in is using the mic mod. This is a classic microphone modeler straight from Antares. This is included with the AutoTune Unlimited subscription, and it's actually pretty dope. So if you've worked with mic modeling plugins before, some of them you need to use a special mic or whatever kind of other stuff they want to put you on. This one is completely different. Peep this. We have a whole list of different microphones here. So you choose which microphone you started with. In my case, I recorded this using my SM7B. So I found the Shure category and went to the Shure SM7. And then I cycled through a bunch of different classic microphones that the software emulates until I found which one I wanted, man. So we got some really great ones like the Sony C800. We got the Telefunken U47, man. We got a bunch of amazing, the Lawson L47, which is one of my favorites too. And we got AKG C12 mic, man. We just have so much power here, and you also can use this just as saturation. So even if you like the mic sound, or maybe you don't, one of the first things you could do is put a mic modeler plugin on there and kind of start to shape the microphone sound to fit into the music that you're working on. So let me just go through a couple of these and see. I'm gonna change some of these parameters so y'all can see how it's how it's actually affecting the signal. Low saturation. Proximity effect. You can even change the polar pattern of the microphone You can even change the pickup pattern of the microphone and whether the low cut is on or not. Man, it gives you all of the controls that you would have on the microphone, man, and you can just cycle through these and keep changing your mic. So that's super dope. I would recommend using this not just on vocals though, but like synthesizers, any kind of keyboards that you might have recorded. This could be a really great tool to use on those to kind of shape the sound too. My vocal chain, again, I'm coming from the EQ7 band, just filtering off some extreme frequencies there. I'm using my mic modeler plugin to really shape the sound of the microphone to make it fit in a little bit better. That's going to allow me to have to do less work with the EQ by kind of modeling that microphone. And of course, AutoTune Pro. We ain't got to get off into that. Y'all know this plugin. We already love this plugin. I got a full tutorial on AutoTune Pro down below. But here's some more sauce, man. Did you know that AutoTune actually has a DeEsser? I can use AutoTune on every track in my session and find some creative uses for it. So for the DeEssing on this vocal track here, I'm using my AutoTune AVOX Sybil DeEsser. That's exactly what it is. It's going to remove the sibilant frequencies and it works pretty well. I love these controls. You can choose like how much you're compressing and by. You got the attack, the release time, and you choose the frequency that you're going to be targeting as well, man. Super easy to use and it actually works very well. It's a DeEsser. I don't really know how deep we can go off into that. Now, coming from my AutoTune DeEsser, which actually sounds pretty dope, I come right into a multi-band compressor. I'm sure Antares has got something like that working for us. But another dope plugin, man, that I've been using a lot, and I've been using this one even, they've had this plugin for a long time. And the actual magic here is that this is, to me, this is some compression happening here, but it's also like saturation and drive. To me, it's kind of like some tape emulation with the drive that's happening. So basically, I put this on after I have my multi-band compression because the signal is going to drop so far, and I can use this to enhance the vocal and also get some of that makeup gain back, but it's also adding some character in. So let's hear this. I'm going to bypass this one, and let's hear it without it. Tennessee Mountains, VPN stocks and at least 3 routers. I'm gonna throw it. I don't need no. Right. So one thing that I noticed about this is this impact will really kind of bring that vocal a little more forward. Let's hear that when I adjust that. Burning on Lil Coy, I should look Roy RP, Kobe Bryant RP 24. I can make cool 50K less than 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee Mountains. VPN stocks and at least 3 routers. I'm gonna throw it. I don't need no counter. Have to resuscitate a bit. My neck almost drowned. I got oil, I got hemp, I got wax, I got flour. Burning on Lil Coy, I should look Roy RP, Kobe Bryant RP 24. I can make cool 50K less than 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee Mountains. Yeah, that's pretty fun. And then we can come straight from that vocal impact, the punch that joint is called, because literally when you want to add some punch to any vocal or anything, I really love that plugin secretly on percussion in a mix. Wow, when I have my percussion tracks, it's hi-hats, snares, all of that stuff too. You put this plugin on there, boost that impact up a little bit, and it's going to have your percussion slapping in the mix, okay? Go ahead, hit a like just for that tip. All right, so the next plugin on my chain is the AVOX WARM, and this is doing a lot of work here and adding some additional saturation and character to the mix. I love saturation plugins. Let's hear with this bypassed, and then we're gonna bring it back in. Burning on Lil Coy, I should look Roy RP, Kobe Bryant RP 24. I can make cool 50K less than 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee Mountains. VPN stocks and at least 3 routers. All right, so if you notice on this one, I'm doing very subtle changes. All I did was boost up the drive a little bit. This can go from very subtle to very extreme. Let's play around with a couple of settings and see how extreme we can get. Burning on Lil Coy, I should look Roy RP, Kobe Bryant RP 24. I can make cool 50K less than 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee Mountains. VPN stocks and at least 3 routers. I'm gonna throw it. I don't need no counter. Have to resuscitate a bit. My neck almost drowned. I got oil, I got hemp, I got wax, I got flour. Yeah. Burning on Lil Coy, I should look Roy RP, Kobe Bryant RP 24. I can make cool 50K less than 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee Mountains. VPN stocks and at least 3 routers. I'm gonna throw it. I don't need no counter. Have to resuscitate a bit. My neck almost drowned. I got oil, I got hemp, I got wax, I got flour. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Burning on Lil Coy, Ashley Lil Coy, Roy RB, Kobe Bryant, RP 24. I can make cool 50K less 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee mountains. VPN stocks and at least 3 routers. I'ma don't do it, I don't need no counter. Have to resuscitate up in my neck, almost drama. I got oil, I got hemp, I got wax, I got flour.
Ah, man. So that plugin is super dope, actually. The warm, again, saturation is like a super secret weapon for mixing in the box. If you're mixing completely in the box, you need to add some saturation, man. The warm plugin, that punch plugin, both of those together do a great job at making that vocal feel more authentic. Let's take a look at what I've done with my stabs here. Now, this song typically didn't have stabs on it, but I really wanted to show y'all this plugin because I use this one literally every time now since I found it. And the dope thing is that you can insert it directly over whatever track that you're working on and just basically create a doubled effect. So in this case, this is my stabs. I doubled them up. And most of the time I used to record artists and have them always double their stabs. Since using this plugin, I find that that's really not necessary. This does a great job, even better at getting the stabs more accurately doubled than the artist could do. I'm sorry, artists, you know, this plugin is beating y'all. Let's hear this. All right, look, I'm gonna just take it off, right? So we can hear that mono signal. Because the dope thing about this one is you always, for me, when I'm putting the Duo plugin on there to give me that doubled, I always want to use the mono to stereo version so I can get this nice wide stereo spread. Let's just hear this without it though. Burning on Lil Coy, Ashley Lil Coy, Roy RB, Kobe Bryant, RP 24. I can make cool 50K less 24 hours. Right? Sounds pretty boring, okay? We can hear it right away. It sounds boring. Let's go ahead and put my Duo on. We're going to use the mono to stereo, and that is what's going to make this track stereo now and give me a nice wide stab track. Burning on Lil Coy, Ashley Lil Coy, Roy RB, Kobe Bryant, RP 24. I can make cool 50K less 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee mountains. VPN stocks and at least 3 routers. I'ma don't do it, I don't need no counter. Have to resuscitate up in my neck, almost drama. I got oil, I got hemp, I got wax, I got flour. There we go. And then we back it off and hear it again. Burning on Lil Coy, Ashley Lil Coy, Roy RB, Kobe Bryant, RP 24. I can make cool 50K less 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee mountains. VPN stocks and at least 3 routers. I'ma don't do it, I don't need no counter. Have to resuscitate up in my neck, almost drama. I got oil, I got hemp, I got wax, I got flour. Ah, yeah. And then so in the ad-lib track, I did a little bit similar here. So again, I'm running down my mic mod. I got my AutoTune Pro. I got my DeEsser. I got my compression with that punch. But on this one, I put the choir plugin. Now a choir is basically going to be multiple voices, right? So we get a pitch variation, timing variation. We can also include some vibrato and choose how wide of a stereo spread we want this choir to be. Yeah, so I just was having a little fun with this. Let's hear this ad-lib track, and I'll tuck it. I'm just going to turn it up some and tuck it back. Burning on Lil Coy, Ashley Lil Coy, Roy RB, Kobe Bryant, RP 24. I can make cool 50K less 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee. That's without it. At least 3 routers. I'ma don't do it, I don't need no counter. Have to resuscitate up in my neck, almost drama. I got oil, I got hemp, I got wax, I got flour. Oh, that's tight. Let's hear it all together. Burning on Lil Coy, Ashley Lil Coy, Roy RB, Kobe Bryant, RP 24. I can make cool 50K less 24 hours. Ride with the pack through the Tennessee mountains. VPN stocks and at least 3 routers. I'ma don't do it, I don't need no counter. Have to resuscitate up in my neck, almost drama. I got oil, I got hemp, I got wax, I got flour. Oh man, that's super fun. That's super fun. I'm even using some of these plugins for the parallel compression in this session too. So for my parallel compression, I'm using that punch to really get me a super forward in your face vocal. And then we putting some of that warm and overdriving it with some more saturation on there, and then mixing just a little bit of it in, to the lead vocals, just using that parallel compression chain, man. Super effective. I'm Wavy Wayne from WavyWayne.com. I hope you have found this tutorial to be helpful. Antares and AutoTune Unlimited has a suite of plugins that you can actually do more than pitch correction with. You can actually get to mixing with de-essers, compressors, doublers, and even more, man. I'm super excited about this little bundle that I got. I'm about to get finished working on this mix. This template is available for you to download by clicking the link in the description. Y'all go ahead and be dope. Hey man, if you thought you knew AutoTune, then you have no idea. This is the secret life of AutoTune.